fix it, and the person will be able to understand ASAP. If we see a bottle of beer, you don't have to tell me that this is a bottle of beer. Or if you see a Guinness company who is trying to advertise, you don't have to tell me, okay, this is a Guinness company. I will know because I know their brand. I know how and where they are coming from. So that's how you'll be able to give your audience a better understanding when they see your brand. They don't even have to say, look at this Bincom flyer. It's talking about tech. It's talking about launch your tech. It's talking about launch your career. It's talking about launch it globally. And it's talking about Bincom itself. Their logo is there, and in the experience for sure. It was very clear and very stated that, okay, you want to see this kind of flyer, okay, this is a tech company, this is a tech firm. It's very straight. You see their colors, their background actually makes it, and their text is working fine for them. So if you see this kind of flyer, someone else has, this is Bincom Dev Center. Then, do you have a basic editorial style guide? It's critical to define, even a basic term, how your brand copywriting will consistently embody your brand personality. Think about it. Is your personality regard and sophisticated, kitschy, and ironic, ingenious, and shady? Depending on what it is, you will have to define how your brand copywriting will use things like heading, italic, list, and bullet. So there is a consistent format to the text. So look at this Coca-Cola and the Pepsi. No matter how you put them, no matter how you stand them, they are still standing gidigba, like they're standing on the same standout. Because once you see brands like this, okay, there's a guide. These people are talking about Coca-Cola has their brand, he has their guide, and Pepsi also has their based on their logo. Coca-Cola still based on their text logo. They based on their colors. They based on their backgrounds. So once you see something like, this is Coca-Cola and Pepsi company, and the guide is actually making sense. So you don't have to run from there to say, oh, what's this one? And this is a Coca-Cola company, and it's making sense to us. Then what we should know is, do your brand copywriting? Does your brand copywriting work if kills to different media? So let's say you just Google search your brand, and will people be able to understand? Will people be able to see it easily online, or will it be hard for people? So what are the things that you need to do? So you need to look at, okay, if you have to describe your company in one sentence straight, could you do it as well as you could in 200 words? Your copy should always feel like the same person is speaking. The same person is speaking it with key messaging that can be summed up in one sentence or unpacked with quantifiable vision, belief for more text every touch point. So we don't have to go too much. We don't have to go too far, even when we are trying to get your brand. So what are you trying to avoid? So you need to try to make sure that you have your key brand, your logos, your colors, your name. Even it has to be, you don't have to put the full name. Maybe you are trying to abbreviate your name and how people will be able to just get their words. They don't have to go too worried about the brand before they will get it. It's just only one touch, you'll be able to get your brand. See KFC, you don't have to put the full name, you just have to KFC. If you say chicken now, it will pop out, it will still bring out KFC because they have a brand and they have a name they are selling. So your brand needs to sell a keyword so that people will be able to get it easily. Okay. Remember, your copy should always be on brand. Always remember that whatever you do as a company, as a brand, as a business owner, you should always make sure that you have a brand that you are trying to sell. You don't just sell it because you just want to sell it. You just don't copy because you just want to copy. Let your spend. Compiling brand copywriting is a crucial component of any organization brand marketing. So if you're trying to sell something, you need to have a brand. If you're trying to market something, you need to have a strategy of your brand. It lets you speak directly to your customers' needs in their language through marketing, collateral, or digital media. if your copy isn't underpinned by a clear audience ethic strategy, it runs the risk of being passed over. And this leaves the door wide over the competition to speak more directly to your customers' needs. So if you're trying to sell your brand, you need to make sure that you have a specific brand, always trying to create something so that people will see, oh, this is you, this is what you're trying to sell. You don't have to worry yourself. Do a brand for your copy, do a brand for your company, do a brand for your business so that people will be able to understand. So in the summary, your brand voice should be well organized. Your brand voice should always make sure that you have something to say. You are always consistent with your logo, your color, your text, and your designs. Copy has no discernible tone of voice. Copy is purely about features with nothing emotional that hooks into the audience needs. Copy is laid out in a way as visual dense. Copy use needless complex language. Copy last key messages. These are the ways you will, these are the ways you'll be living and you'll be losing your brand when you're not careful. So you have to be careful when you're doing that. And skills to different media, clear brand strategy, messaging you. Sorry, network again. Okay. Okay, then having a basic editorial style guide, your copy should always be on brand. So with this, I think when you're trying to copy something, we trying to make a copy of a brand, we should make sure that we have a specific thing we're trying to show. We have a specific voice we're trying to speak to our customers so that they will be able to understand and be able to buy our services. And thank you for this class. I appreciate it. For any questions and
yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Good morning. My question is, I really want to know more about the difference between copyriting, and patent. Copywriting and patent.
Copywriting and patent.
Yeah, what's the difference? The major, because it seems copywriting is different from copywriting.
Actually, they are both same because they're both actually trying to pick something they saw and what they can fish out in order to make meaningful things from. Okay, let's say we have Buddha company and we have Anakin and let me say Buddha and Star company. We will see most of Buddha's advertisement and their programs. You will see that most of them they actually based on let me say okay, we have those who actually based on we have these artists, we have celebrities programs that they actually do. So most of their copies is more like see a brand and turn it to something to speak. Turn it to something they just have to speak. They are more of the same thing because we are more advertising most of their goods through what they saw and copy something and they copy it and turn it to their own just to give it a shabby and another dimension. Okay, this is what we were trying to say. We're not trying to even mock any other person, but we are trying to show our brands. So copywriters are more of we see something out and we turn it to our tune for people to understand. They are the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Peter, thank you for your presentation. I have a question. It's not really a question though. This summary, the second sentence there, like I don't understand it. Can you explain what it
The what?
The second sentence here on your summary, I don't understand it. Can you explain
Okay,
what?
that's copy is about features with nothing emotional that hooks into the
Yes.
audience needs. Yes. It's not something that you don't have to cook, like you have to be serious, truly serious about it. It's something that has to be playful, that could just be okay. Okay, I just want people to just see the other side of our brand. Don't have to be something you have to be serious about. So it doesn't have to be something emotional that fits into the audience needs. Just do something creative and let people understand easily.
Okay. I still don't understand though, but
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Any other question?
Since no one else has any question, do you have any question you want to ask any of the participants here?
Mm,
Yeah, Peter. Do you have any questions?
okay. Let me just in this dimension ask this one. In this dimension, how do you think a company may not lack messaging to their audience? When you're passing message to your audience, how do you think a brand may not lack messaging to their audience? Anybody?
Peter, I don't quite understand your question. Can you
Okay, how do you think a brand cannot lack messaging to their audience? If a brand is trying to pass a message to, so how do you think they may not lack messaging to their audience? I want to sell a brand. Okay, what do I have to go about? What do I have to do?
You can direct it to anybody.
Yeah, it's directed to anybody. Okay, let's see. Sheung is there now. Yeah, Sheung.
Okay, I don't have the answer. Just answer. Just give us the answer to the question.
Just what?
Tell us what the answer is. I don't have any idea.
Okay. You should always have a keyword trying to sell. Stick to your logos, stick to your colors, stick to your text, stick to your brand, have the voice they are trying to speak.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you for your presentation, and thank you everyone that joined in on this meeting.